Submarines are one of the important powers of navies. They can perform many tasks. The Greek Navy has 11 submarines. Most of these owned submarines are German-made. The Papa Nicholas-class submarine, which is the most abundant in the inventory, was taken into the inventory with the joint production of Germany and Greece. The submarines owned by the Turkish Navy are quite good submarines for the region. 12 submarines are serving in the Turkish Navy. The majority of the submarines in the Turkish Navy are Attila-class submarines. Indian Navy is one of the important navies of Asia. Among the submarines owned by the Navy, the submarines of French and Russian production are quite good. The Navy has 18 submarines. Indian Navy has Russian-made Sindh-class submarines. The number of submarines owned by the Iranian Navy is 19. Some of the submarines owned are old. The Russian-made submarine of the Killer class is the most modern submarine of the Navy. The submarines of the Fateh class are actively used in the Iranian Navy. The power that the Japanese Navy has is known. Most of the submarines in the inventory are highly developed models. SRY-class submarines are the most numerous submarines in the Navy. The Japanese Navy has 21 submarines. He is quite good at submarines owned by the South Korean Navy. South Korea, one of the important navies of the Asian continent, has 22 submarines. The South Korean Navy has Dosan-class submarines. North Korea has 35 submarines. Although some of these submarines are old models, there are some new model submarines. Sanggo-class submarines are the most numerous submarines in the inventory. Sinpogorye-class submarines are North Korean production, the best submarine in the Navy. The US Navy has one of the largest navies in the world. The number of submarines owned by the Navy is 68. The US Navy has a lot of submarines. Virginia-class submarines are the most numerous submarines in the Navy. Russian Navy has 70 submarines. There are many models of submarines owned by the Russian Navy. Borei-class submarines in the inventory are one of the important submarines of the Russian Navy. Naval strength of the Chinese Navy is quite good. The number of submarines owned by the Navy is 78. There are many model submarines in the Chinese Navy. Most of the owned submarines are also of Chinese production. The Type 094 submarine is one of the important submarines of the Chinese Navy.